So, we have the minutes for the December 19th meeting. Does anybody have any questions, changes?
Nope.
Okay.
No comment.
I need a motion to approve them.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Then, okay, then we have, Erica's hours. So, there's,
AS.
let's see there, 725, 13
ETA.
hours and 13 and a half hours to approve. Can I have a motion?
Motion approved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Thanks.
There you go. Okay, we have, and I was trying to get everything done for those invoices, so I didn't do this, so this invoice is a little late. This is for Erica's drug screen and pre-employment physical. So we just need to approve it. And I'll have you guys, I'll probably have to bring you an invoice or the sheet of paper to, well, actually, hold on. This one. Got a sheet. So this is $65 for the drug screen, $75 for the physical. So, sorry, got to add it up. Sorry. So $140. So I need a motion to approve us to pay the invoice, or our portion of the invoice. All in favor? Okay. I'll fill in the rest after, but here's just so we can have it approved to get paid. And so I had emailed the finance committee because I hadn't heard anything about our budget. So they emailed me back and go, oh, yeah. The finance committee has scheduled time to meet with all budget managers. The meeting with the conservation is scheduled for Tuesday, February 13th at 7:15. Didn't bother telling me that there was a schedule or a meeting. So anyway, luckily I had emailed him, so I will be meeting with him if anybody wants to join me. Knock your socks off, but it's Tuesday, February 13th, 2024, which is the
It's the second Tuesday.
yeah, it's the second Tuesday, so it's our off week. And I did, just when I was meeting with Kathy and Mary Beth about the Express ad, they're going to try to find other funding so we don't have to put, it doesn't have to go before the town vote.
All right.
But I'll find out more
We'll see.
as we move ahead. Then, gotta find out which, okay. Was this in that thing? Oh, this was in mine.
This is the middle here.
Yeah, sorry, a little disorganized. Okay. We begin the process. That's the thing to do. Put it on my stack. That'll be for you next year, but I'll do it this year. I'm just trying to find the accounts for us. Okay. So, currently, we have $516.75 in our expense account. So, after our site inspection, or, well, it was site inspection, soil lesson, whatever you want to call it,
Soil evaluation.
the Musil, is that how you say it?
Munsell.
Thank you. Book. So I went online to, it's $275.
Excellent.
So we have money. So, but you have to do it, order it like online. So I need approval from the board commission to order it, then get reimbursed out of this fund for it, and it will become ours to take on site inspections. So what you missed, besides Andrew and being very cold, so this book has, it's almost like a color palette, but they have holes in them, like, paint swatch, but there's a hole in it. And there's color of different soils. So you figure out what 10-year, 5-year, whatever. So you take an auger and you go down 16 inches or something.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah. And
Nothing to get out of the A into the B.
yeah, and you take the inside soil, then that's touching the auger, and then you take that with your back to the sun and put the hold the soil in your hand and put the book, and then compare the color of the soil to the color in the book,
Around the hole.
the round hole, and to figure out your 5, your 10, up or down.
Your hue, your
Yeah, your
chroma.
hue, yes.
Yeah.
So if it has red, it's one thing. If it has gold, it's another. And then there's
Okay.
gray, and if it's really gray, then it's hasn't been oxidized. Is that right?
Gray is oxidized, red is not. Red is-
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So
It's bleached out.
yes.
That's what they say.
So it's yes. So it's
That's gray and red. It's mottled. That's
Yeah.
what it's-
it has several different years to it, but I think it would be a
It's
good
good.
thing to have
Yeah, absolutely.
for the board. And like I said, I'm buying it because we don't have a credit card with the town, and the town doesn't do that kind of thing, I don't think. But anyway, I'll buy it, get reimbursed, use this account, and then,
And they last forever.
Yeah.
They're hardy.
yeah, because the cover of it's really thick.
You could get it.
Well,
I did look for mine, and
you can't find it.
I think I gave mine away when I got out of the consulting.
But yes, we do need an auger. The one,
Like a
hand?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a little bucket auger that makes a hole.
the one I have is for doing fence posts. So it's like this big,
Too big.
way too big. Yeah, and it's like, yeah.
No, yeah,
Unless
you could get a used. There's a market for used stainless steel augers.
Okay.
That's what we're looking for. So we don't really care about the environmental sampling aspect. We just want to dig down to a certain depth and look.
Yes, we don't care if it's brand new or not, because
Exactly.
the soil we're going to test, or
We're not going to test it. But look at it.
the stuff the soil we're going to use isn't touching the auger itself.
Yeah.
So I don't care if it's, blue, gray, silver, whatever, it doesn't matter. Used, brand new, if it's cheaper, used.
That makes sense.
Okay. Yes, so I need a motion to move forward with the book.
Motion to move forward, first book.
Second.
All in favor? Okay.
How do you decide where to make those? Like they chose.
He kind of just chose 3 random areas, as long as they're consistent with what's surrounding this, you know. If something looks really a big depression over here and you avoid it, then it's kind of, you know, it's,
So he's doing the same.
Let me just look.
he actually did quite test it.
124.
He probably took an auger. I mean, he probably took a backhoe back there. And he went all the way down to 62 and he could see modeling the weeping. So he saw like streaks of gray or streaks of red, 37 inches, which indicates the groundwater table at some point is there. That's when it kind of comes up and it falls back down. It leaches all magnesium and iron out of the soil and turns it gray. He doesn't have to go
That's what I
as
was saying, the elevation's almost the same every time.
of water,
Oh, that's ground.
groundwater, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
'Cause
so
it's
speaking of Marianne or Anne Marie? No, it's Marianne, right?
Marianne.
So, because Andrew never got back to me,
Yeah, I never got a conference call.
you know, so we could do a meeting.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. And I think I emailed him to go on, are we having one? Speaking of which, so, it's a copy to, John. Dear Mr. Nazarella, please be advised that the Mass Department of Environmental Protection, Mass DP, upon its own initiative and in accordance with general laws, Chapter 131, Section 40, has appealed the order of conditions issued by the Whitman Conservation Commission on the above reference file, which is SE, what's he at? SE, but anyway, 340-0478. The Mass DEP will make a determination on whether the area of which the proposed work is to be done is significant to public or private water supply, to the groundwater, to flood control, to storm damage prevention, to prevention of pollution, to protection of land containing shellfish, to protect the fisheries, and to protect wildlife habitat. The department's reasoning for this filing this appeal are as follows. To confirm the accuracy of the wetland resource area on Lot 5 as depicted on the approved project plans titled Site Plan of Land in Whitman, Mass, prepared by John Nasarella, trustee, prepared by C.W. Garvey Company, Inc., with a final revision date of 10/4/23. Depending on the extent of the bordering vegetation wetland on the property, the department will determine whether the project is designed in compliance with 310 CMR 1055 4A through E. After making such determination, the Mass Department of Environmental Protection will issue a superseding order of condition imposing such conditions as will contribute to the protection of the interests described herein. The department has scheduled an on-site meeting on the above reference file for all concerned parties so that the department can properly evaluate the situation and issue an appropriate superseding order of conditions in accordance with the MGL Chapter 131, Section 40. Said meeting has been scheduled for Monday, January 29th at 2024 at 10 a.m. No work as proposed in the notice of intent and authorized by the order of conditions for the above reference file shall be undertaken until a final order of conditions is issued by the Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection. All appeal periods have elapsed.
What time was the meeting?
10 o'clock, Monday, January 29th. If you have any questions regarding this, please contact Whitney, please, at 617-875-7602 or her address.
Where is the meeting?
It would be I believe it'd been the Lakeville.
Oh, they're gonna have it at Lakeville, the meeting?
Well, that's where they're,
I thought it was gonna be at lot 5 on site.
is that where it, I mean, it doesn't,
That's what I read.
is that what it says? A depicted on the extended term of the project. To make it. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. The department has scheduled an on-site meeting on the above reference file for all concerned parties so that the department can properly evaluate the situation and issue an appropriate superseding order of conditions. Okay,
I could probably make that one
okay.
if you ask, you know.
No, because I have a meeting at 10 o'clock on,
Wednesday,
yes,
10.
that's a standing meeting in my office, so I can't,
It's at Monday at 10.
yeah. So, this is like the first time since I've been on the commission that this is ever, I mean, we've had situations where people file against our thing, but they themselves, and I can't remember what it's called, but the individual person goes to DEP and files a complaint or whatever they do, and then the DEP makes a determination if they're going to state that our decision stands or they do a superseding order. And I don't believe we've had a superseding order since I've been on the commission, and it's been over 20 years. So, and this is the first time this has happened that they themselves did it.
Yeah.
Usually it's somebody like a neighbor or whoever coming and going, appealing the decision.
Yeah.
So,
He saw a discrepancy in his own map and Nelson's map.
yeah, so
Okay.
anyway, so if you could make that would be great. 'Cause
I
I
will make that.
definitely won't be able to.
I think,
But,
Woodbury.
yeah.
okay.
Usually free Mondays, like after 9.
Okay, so I'm running behind. I'm sorry, I had to take care of our business. So now, we have a Doris Drive, just so we don't. So this is a continuation of our meeting from, what day was our meeting?
19th?
The 19th. So I don't have copies of- So this is for 340-0480. Milton Morris is the applicant. Rose Place LLC, 86 Spring Street, Bridgewater, Mass. The project location is off Doris Drive in Abington. There's a section in Whitman. So, and what was your name again?
I'm Andy Sargent.
Okay, so Andy is filling in for Zoom. So we will open the hearing, well, continue the hearing. So if you'd like to
Sure.
go ahead.
So I'm filling in for Azu. He said that he's not able to be here tonight. It's my understanding that we went to great length talking with the commission in the last meeting, addressing the commission's concerns with the butters and whatnot. And it answered all those questions, and that the board, or the commission, felt that it would be best to wait and see what the results were for the planning board. They're meeting on January 9th, and as I was saying earlier, the board approved the project as proposed, and this project's undergone a lot of peer review and DEP review, and all in light of the town of Abington's regulations, which are more stringent than DEP's stormwater management regulations, and is very protective of the environment. There's not anything closer than 35 feet to the wetlands. So, as compared with previous versions of this project where we were filling about an acre of land and replicating an acre of land, found a solution that allowed us to avoid that. And we respectfully ask the commission to close the hearing so that the project can begin.
Do you have the copy of the notice intent that for Abington, or you don't have anything, you just have whatever here?
Yeah, I didn't bring anything
Okay.
for Edmonton.
Did they issue an order yet?
Oh, they must have, so that was,
Charlie Mason, CLM Development, working on the project, Milton Morris. We have a copy of the order conditions from Abington. It's already been recorded at the Registry of Deeds as well.
Okay.
I provided that to Andy's email. I could email
Yes.
that right now if you wanted to see
Yes.
it now. Sure.
You don't know? That would be great.
Are these plans, the final plans, the ones we have to,
Yeah.
to change them?
no,
What
I know DEP made a comment about the road.
Excuse me?
What email address would you like?
How it
SS?
extends
yeah,
into the.
Yes.
yeah,
I know Azu made a,
SS, yeah.
there's no
SS.
work.
made a comment that it was a fake road.
CORTEZ?
So it's almost like road will not
At
be constructed.
Comcast?
It is just for plans purposes, but I know it's.
I know
Is that
we have
correct so far?
Work there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Notice to that effect.
At Comcast dot
That was the point he was trying to make. I know that DEP was getting that, right? If you look at it real quick,
Barriers, limit of work.
yeah.
Just
but
sent it.
It's the same color going into the, it just seems like you're doing the road. I know you're not.
And Charlie's doing the work here, so he's fully aware that the Rose Place is not going to be extending into the wetlands. We're gonna have that all staked out, marked out. For
Correct.
all that limited work. So.
On all my machinery, we have GPS. We run GPS controls, so we'll have points everywhere.
So you can have a no disturb barrier. You got a no disturb barrier around there.
Yeah,
And
so
then-
basically the erosion control barrier will be noticed.
Is that going to be at the 50 feet or the 35?
Wherever it is on the plan, it varies, but it won't be any closer than 35.
There's quite a bit out of the 9 homes, over 5 of them won't actually even require filing within 100 feet. So there's only 1 or 2 pinch points, but for the most part, we have, respectfully
Yeah.
on. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe the wetland is 10 or 15 feet versus having the 35, which is more stringent.
Yep. Like a majority of your drainage basins and stuff are in Whitman. No, the recharge areas, so those are just temporary for construction purposes? 40 by 20 recharge, 40 by 20 recharge?
No, those are actually for the roof drains, so they're permanent in nature.
So you're going to be digging out, burying some,
Stone, tighter stone, tighter
and
stone.
then putting it back.
Yeah,
You're going to keep your bringing material off site, or you keep material on site?
We're probably gonna need it. We're not gonna have an export. Most of it's gonna be fill. Just where the water table's pretty low there, high, excuse me. A lot of those foundations are probably gonna be a large import of fill to construct the site. And as far as any roof drains go, they're typically like a Cultac system, similar to like a septic system.
Yep.
So we'll dig out, just make sure that we have decent material, lay a bed of sand, and just make sure we don't have more than 3 feet of coverage, and let those leach into the groundwater.
And what's the maintenance like on the 4 bays and the drainage basins and stuff like that? Is some maintenance going forward after the
That
construction?
would be more on Andy.
Is it going to be on the town to do that?
no,
We do have a whole subject. Well, that was a great question that he wasn't at Abington, so I don't want to interrupt. But we did set up a homeowners association with Abington, and we pointed out that fact that we will have a homeowners association, so they'll be aware that someone's
Is
always
going to be responsible if something?
correct.
I mean, I've heard from a lot of people about this project downstream, if you will, right? I'm one of those houses that this is kind of the headwater of all that wetland material coming down through Swarton Trail, and it ends up past the middle school, so the middle school too. I mean, something that people are worried that you're either going to accelerate water or change some kind of hydraulics, that they're going to increase the water down there. We're already dealing with water with all these storms. I mean,
Right.
everyone's got water in their backyard, it's like that.
Same with in all those houses years and years ago were built too low. I mean, obviously, we have a 250-page drainage report that's double page. So we did a 500-page report to do our diligence to show, post and pre. And naturally, if you look at the topography, the way that it flows, it's all heading off site anyway.
It is.
We're actually containing most of it. I mean, we can't guarantee that we're going to fix any pre.
No, but they're worried you're gonna speed it up, right? They're gonna put more of a hit on it.
No, well, that's what the 500-page report obviously reflected in, and in the peer review that we had to go through, with which anybody that knows Mike Pearl, he used to be PMP, he used to be the actually consultant here for Whitman as well, knows how thorough he is, kind of a belt and suspenders type guy. He went through it intensively. And you could look at the topography, obviously, of what we're doing. So, in my opinion, I think it's going to help quite a bit. But obviously, there's already pre-existing issues there, no doubt.
Are you gonna glance through their, or there's standard? I could have just sent that to you guys, but there's quite a few. You want me to just send it to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Or just send it to yourself.
Sorry, had I known that you didn't have that yet, I would have brought a copy. We weren't aware for it.
Exactly, that's having storage. Did they have any special conditions? Or mainly boilerplate stuff?
It should be what is on the paper, but one of their concerns is, it was addressed from the planning too, is to make sure that we had an HOA and the stormwater was, whether it was described in a deed or whatever, that each person would know what was going on.
Yeah.
The same concern.
Day one is great, but day 366, it could be a zoo and it's overflowing. No one's watching that. That's all.
100%.
Are you guys gonna get a construction general permit for?
Yes, I think
You guys already the NOI in that?
because we'll have to, and we're going to have to file an EC permit, and we're going to have to file.
Could you provide a copy of the SWIP for?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, that hasn't been
Hasn't
done yet.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously before we.
Construction, really before clearing, okay. You guys just gonna go in there and clear everything out, one thing, or gonna try to do it peacefully? Part.
I think it's going to depend on what we find for soil or what our cuts and fills are. I think we haven't talked about that with the engineer completely. We'd like to minimize as many trips as we can for the tree, but depending on what type of year it is, we don't want to go in there and just clear cut everything and have an issue. So I think it's going to depend on soil, the cuts and fills, and what time of year it is, so that we can kind of do it as methodically as possible.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you got 10, 15 feet of grade, you have a hard time keeping just dirt on the site for storms and stuff during construction.
Agreed. So I think that's obviously we're gonna have to have erosion control. Whether it's barrier or a sock.
With your inspections, I mean, the SWIPs are gonna be pretty detailed. Okay. I'm all set.
Okay. Joe?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we will close the hearing and we can vote on it. We will have a set of our own order of conditions, our boilerplate that we will be doing it. So where do you want the original R notice to go?
Right to the applicant. I think what address did you have on file?
86 Spring Street, right? No.
Yes, 80s, yeah. Is that the right?
That's
Okay.
perfect, man.
Okay. All right, we can, I just need to be able to put our boilerplate together that's applicable to this, and then we can, send it, so,
Yeah, I would just put that if you could provide a copy of the stormwater pollution prevention plan.
yeah.
Do you have two different DP numbers, because two different towns?
Yeah.
You gotta post them different.
What was it again, Brian?
Just to provide a copy of the SWIP prior to construction. That's the PPP.
Okay, so Need a motion to approve 340-0480
Motion approved.
Second.
Rose Place LLC, address 86 Spring Street, Bridgewater. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Awesome.
So we'll
Thank you for
Get this
signing
too.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good luck. Best of luck.
Thank you.
That's like the top of the hill.
I think there's like a knob in the middle of it. There's like
It looked like
15
a
feet.
tree knob almost. It was like a
I think it went down.
35 and a 30 or something, and
It went down to 12.
120 or something.
I think actually it was 115 or so.
Really?
It's a half, pretty good difference. They go in there and knock out the vegetation.
Yeah, like trees. It's like a forest, right?
Yeah. It's really what it is. It's
Okay.
wet.
So we have to prepare the annual report it's included in the town. It's the book that you get a copy of it at town meeting. So anyway, I will do that.
Is it details of things we've done, like approved?
Like, so many site inspections, so many,
Oh, sure.
order of conditions, it's like a listing, and then, like, the prior year, I mentioned that George had retired. So this year, I will,
Put it in George Fast.
I can't talk about it. I'll do that, and mention, Elaine resigning, Erica joining, and then we need 2 members. And if you could put something like
I can do that.
an ad, kind of like almost, I would say it's almost like the job description for you, except if, voting member, well, there would be 2. One's a voting member, and then one's a non-voting member that would be able to vote in the instance that we didn't have a quorum with voting members. However you want to word that, so,
I'll figure it
But make
Yeah.
it look cool. Like,
yeah.
if you want-
You're sitting here, you're looking cool,
I
and,
remember who wrote that now. It
Who?
was an opinion piece in the Hanson. It was the old town administrator.
Frank?
Yeah, Frank wrote it.
Huh,
He wrote an opinion piece about
volunteering or something.
volunteering for the town, all the different committees, and he said, conservation can't even place a vote for like 2 months. And he was saying, he listed everyone that needed something.
Oh,
There was
okay.
a ton of commissions that needed people.
Oh, okay. Yes, and you could put that, you can put that in, I don't know how, technically, I don't know if another thing we'd be putting in the paper that, who knows if they'll be able to apply it correctly. But yeah, so I think we would have to, that would come out of or maybe, like you said, we could do an op-ed so it wouldn't cost us anything.
Yeah, I think those are free to submit.
Yeah, and then we could put them also on the website.
Yep.
Oh, and so I don't think I have it with me. So, as part of the, the CAC meetings, the Carlton something.
Yep.
We call it the CAC.
Girls'
Meeting, they have asked me a couple times, like, what's the difference between conservation land and wetlands? So I just Googled it, I mean, because I know, but, to technically say it. And so Sudbury's Conservation Commission thing came up. And they had a nice definition of that, and they had stuff on their webpage. So, not that we're gonna duplicate that, but
We could
we could just look at that and,
share ideas.
yes, it's open thing. But something like that where, currently on the website, we have a notice of intent, but I don't know how old it is. I mean, and then the applicability. Those are the only two things that are on the thing. But it would be great if we could have more information. And I still haven't talked to Josh to get everybody. So your phone number,
Email.
okay, your email, okay. Gotta write it down.
I mean, it's not really. No phone numbers there.
Yeah,
I don't pick it up.
What's my email? The phone.
and email for
You can
you?
use mine, it's Erica Adams X3 at Gmail, because I don't know if I have a town email.
Okay. No, so did you get an email, a town email?
Nobody ever told me, so.
Okay, so you probably don't have one, because
Yeah.
you have to do you get the sheet of paper and then you have to log, whatever,
Yeah,
but,
no, they didn't do anything
Okay.
like that.
okay. I'll just put your email
Yeah.
when I
The one
do it.
I usually use is fine.
Yeah, so that way people can, that and getting rid of, not rid of, deleting Elaine so no one does her, and then I need to contact DEP. So Erica, Brian, and you would be, and me would be on the emails from DEP, that one gets the notice of intent or the communication from them. But then there's informational stuff that you can have as many, he said. I was asking Andrew when we were at the site inspection, so you can have, everybody can get it, your email added to all their stuff, like webinars and web seminars and stuff like that, and other things that they have. And usually, unfortunately, they're like in the middle of the day. It's like, okay. 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 So I don't think we have any other things. And so. Our next meeting will be February 6th. Right now, nothing has come before us. So, if we can discuss, if you're able to go to the 29th site inspection, and you guys can present what they said, and then
22nd.
the what?
22nd.
29th.
29th of January for the site inspection for Marianne.
Marianne?
Yeah.
Oh, I have
So-
22nd written down.
No, 29th. 29th at 10 a.m.
Well, that's sticky now. I put it in my calendar. He's not there. At 10 a.m.
10 a.m. lot 5.
Why I put the 22nd?
So, well, you can see where lot 5 is. It's the only place.
Only one left.
The only one left.
I went to it the first time.
Yes, the one with the 3 of us out. Yeah. So yeah, so it's Monday, January 29th at 10 a.m.
I have no idea what it's. I'm blessed. I'm gonna pull it up at 10 a.m.
Yeah, you'd be going,
Very
where is
nice.
everybody? Yeah, so
I think you just need the sheets back off upstairs.
oh, yes,
I thought it was this coming Monday. I'm like, I can't do anything about that, but I should.
yes, you'll need those.
10 days.
And
Yeah,
then
it's the 29th. I was locked it out.
I'll fill this out for this and drop it off. And then,
When do we know?
is there anything else?
Middle school's gonna come in front of the board.
Oh my god, probably be
Think so?
Yeah,
Probably. I don't.
and then I'll put this will go with the
got a better
file.
I saw that. Let's see.
Which one? I thought it was significant.
And I think that's it.
Yeah, not for some.
And I still owe you this file, which is the gift.
It
We don't have
was.
that yet.